want to address a few principles of visual imagery that fall under this broad category of the nature of mental imagery. And one is that things are implicitly encoded, which often means without intent. If you're like most people, you've never had a reason to count kitchen cabinet doors. So this information was probably not presented directly in long-term memory. You never had a reason to commit this to memory. However, it was implicitly encoded, meaning it was stored unintentionally along with other information that allows you to construct a visual image of your kitchen. So if you've lived in the same place for a little while, I've had the same home for 10 years. Can I close my eyes and imagine the number of cabinets, even though I've never been asked to do so? And I think I can. I can imagine the number of shelves in the refrigerator. I can imagine as I turn right out of campus up by Chipotle, going right on North Street, how many traffic lights there are between there and Stallings. Because I've been there on that road literally a few thousand times, I would assume, in the time I've lived in Knack. And the reason is because all these things register without my intending for them to register. It's just the nature of human memory. There was another process in a previous chapter in which, let's say, if I was driving from the Midwest down to Orlando in the 80s, every 10 feet there was a billboard for Stuckey's gas station, which was kind of a fun gas station where they served milkshakes and had a lot of fun, goofy stuff like a Cracker Barrel lobby these days. And one would know that they had encountered a lot of those without intending to document it. It just happens naturally that you're aware of that. And by the same token, I'm aware of where things fall or how many of a certain item that there are implicitly. It's hard to not pay attention to those things, or the better way to say it is, it's hard for those things not to sink in. So something as fundamental as imagining my kitchen, it was encoded without my intent, and I can scan it, I can imagine it pretty well, even though it was unintentional, and that idea is implicit encoding.